Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. And I am now talking sisters, baby. Okay, if discussion has to be had because what are we doing here, Mr. Tyler Perry? Okay, what are we doing? We got Sabrina flying through the damn air, her car doing somersaults. She don't crash. Will she make it? Andy car done blew the hell up, bitch. Out of no damn well. Who the hell, okay, is trying to blow up Andy Carr? I got some suspicions. I got some people on the list, all right? Karen and Aaron done took their zag on baby trying to catch that flight. Okay, first class. They getting up out of here. You know, Maurice done got his zag on. Boo, him and Pam is coming together allegedly with Danny to take over Karen's shop, bitch. This is the team that I didn't know I needed. We got this old Mr. Keys talking about, I is the father, I is the pappy. Mr. Keys, what is your game, bro? Because you came around here talking about, yeah, I got this connection with you. I lost a child too. I'm here to help. I'm here to be a shoulder to lean on. We're going to talk about accountability and treating our women right. But the whole time you in our face playing damn games, okay? Lies, lies. Fatima always got to come in and be the one that, creeping here what's going down and put her damn eyes out to see what's happening, Captain. We got damn Gary on this apology tour that I also didn't need. Okay, we got Dr. Cruz up in the streets trying to threaten these damn women, and we ain't got that to do, Dr. Cruz. We gonna have our foot on your neck. We got freaking Tony out here stealing stuff, and we got, old raggedy ass child, I don't even need to see this man no more. Rich, obviously, about to get back with damn Sabrina. If she makes it out this car situation, y'all, what do you think? Oh, baby, we're going to talk about it all. We got to break it all down, take it to the ground. You know how we do. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Listen, I know I'm late. Okay, I know I'm late, but better late than never. Y'all know I don't really be doing the reviews the way that I was before. Okay, I thank y'all for still rocking with me. I appreciate everybody that be coming through. The ladies be holding me down. We be having a lot of discussions because your girl, life is life and sickness is sickening and all the other things. So it's kind of like when I can, I do, and I will. Okay, that's just where we at with it. It could be every couple of episodes. It could be mid-season finale. Beginning, mid, and then the end. Okay, and that's all, folks, and that's all I got. Because honestly, sisters was starting to irritate me somewhere down the line. Okay, as they do sometimes, right? For me, I really did think that we started out strong in the first half of the season. I liked the fact that we were showing what happens in real life with women that, unfortunately lose a child, with the way that we are treated in this healthcare system, the way that, we are neglected at times. I have even talked about that, been very open as far as my situation goes. And in childbirth, we lose way too many Black and brown people. We've had real life, video footage that came out there now because for some reason they be thinking we making things up. So I never had an issue with Tyler bringing that aspect into the storyline as far as Karen. She loses a child. She has one child left. She's going through postpartum. She's going through grieving. She's going through the treatment that she went through in the hospital, which could have helped to cause her to lose her child and almost lose her life. I'm not going to go too deeply into all of that because I talked about, the mid-season, and I pretty much have said that I thought this was one of the better storylines that they actually brung into Sisters in quite a long time, and also, talking about real things that happened. So I had no issue with that. But somewhere by the time we got to like right before that mid break, and then when we came back, they were losing me. Okay, that was the episodes that I didn't care too much about, because if you notice, I was doing reviews initially in the beginning part when we first started, and it was a mixture of my personal things, but also just that I was like, yeah, I could just wait and talk about this, on the live with the ladies. I don't really need to do separate videos on this. I just wasn't feeling it, right? But then we kind of picked back up a little bit. So I'm not too sure how I really want to talk about this. This is just off the dome, baby. I think that I'll say the parts that I really could have done without, right? Sabrina to me has had the weakest storyline for the longest time. It's like they don't really know what to do with the Sabrina character, right? We've had her be with Calvin, we've had her, not really know what she wants. We had her get caught up in the whole shenanigans of Maurice and Quincy and end up in jail, and she was in jail for a good part of the season. But also Sabrina be out here busy in these streets and be doing other things. So I think sometimes when her, you know, character, well, the real life person, of course, is busy, then we just kind of like, okay, well, we can have her in jail and not see her for however long, and then she comes back and we don't want to give her back her job, and then we find out she didn't have nothing to do with it, and we give her back her job. She gets her position. Her and Paige is going back and forth for a while. Couldn't stand Paige, but then we actually get, a turn of events that we ain't see coming. At least I didn't. Where we have Paige and Maurice actually get really cool and become a dynamic duo, and we actually like the chemistry between them two. They give us the lighter moments where we could go ahead and laugh, right? And we all of a sudden saying that, Sabrina's thinking about her age. She's thinking about freezing these eggs and, wanting to be a mother one day, and thinking about what her chances are. So I'm like, okay, we could be going somewhere with this. I'm not mad at it. There is some women that is their story, and we need to have the different representations of the different things that women go through. But then we just dropped the ball with that, in my opinion. We have her where um you go through all the process. One minute you and Rich don't know whether y'all gonna be together or not. We have Rich say he absolutely does not want kids. No way, no how. Don't nobody bring no damn child around him. So him all of a sudden having this aha moment where he's like, well, I love Sabrina. I do want to be with her. So yeah, let's go ahead and have the baby. Now, I initially thought that she was gonna end up pregnant by Rich and she wasn't gonna need, to even bother with the in vitro, y'all know what I'm trying to say, the in vitro child. Okay, especially with him having the daggone condom slip. But no, we don't do that or whatever. We actually have him end up having sickle cell, which means that he can't donate the sperm. And we have, Sabrina, like if she's second guessing the relationship in a whole and even thinking about having a baby with him. I didn't really care that much, but I'm not going to go deep into it of how they handled the sickle cell situation, because most of y'all, if you've been rocking with me for a while, know that I have the trait. My sister had the disease. I talk about sickle cell all the time, and I felt like some things wasn't necessarily all the way accurate, even though, again, okay, you shining a light on something that is a real thing. So then all of a sudden we have them break up. We have him, bumping and grinding with Penelope 2.5 seconds, which made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. But okay, of course she walks in on it. They break up, and now we're gonna say Sabrina's just gonna have this hot girl summer. I just was never here for it. I'm like, that's not even Sabrina's real character. Like, yeah, I get it. You could be hurting. You could be like, well, I never experienced certain things in life. So now I'm gonna go try and experience it. Either you do it when you're younger, or if you never did it, you do it when you're older. That is a real thing too. But I just didn't give a damn about it. And we not only have her jump into the hot girl summer phase, but we have her completely forget about the eggs, never bring them up again, besides saying that it was 3 or 4 of them that was valuable. And crickets, right? And so when Zamani ends up showing back up and he's all of a sudden interested in, saying, well, now I changed my mind. Now I got a girl. Now I don't want to give you the damn eggs. Huh, Sway? Like, you are the one that pursued me. You the one that came in with your whole damn portfolio showing me baby pictures and everything, talking about your kid to be cute, and I'm not worried about it because I'll just be out here, giving my sperm to everybody. Like, you get a sperm, you get a sperm, you get a sperm. But now because you have a girlfriend, all of a sudden you like, I need to back up and I don't want to do this, and your girlfriend comes in, and like the way the people walk up in this bank every damn child, anytime they want to, ain't no security. That's something else that damn annoys me, especially after y'all already had a whole damn robbery. Like, why are we here, y'all? Why are we here? So yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. And then we go into having her actually say, I think I stole love Rich, after having the sugar daddies, the young ones, the damn Dr. Phil Good come in, old God with his teeth falling out. You got the other one that can't get it up, ain't no Frank and Beans child. Sabrina was just, it was a mess if we really think about it, okay? And only for her to be on her way, get a call where she got to go back to the damn bank because Faith done lost her keys, can't find them or whatever have you. To have her crash, and baby, the way they did that slow motion on Sabrina, slow motion for you, slow motion. I was like, not y'all having her fly in the air for 5 minutes. Like, y'all really, Tyler, you something else, okay? So we get, to all of that, and the girls don't even know about that yet. Of course, they still got to find out that happened. They're calling her. Karen was trying to wait around to see if she was going to show up before she leave. I do like the way we ended out, Karen. I like that her and Fatima got on the same page. I like that her and Aaron got on the same page. Because, of course, when we came back, we had Karen do disappearing act, right? And find this letter, and them all being worried, and Aaron actually being pissed off, and them having to really sit down and talk about this, and her saying that, I feel like if I get a reset, if I just move away, that would be the best thing for me. There's so many bad memories. Yes, not only bad, but I need to change. I need to change. I need to get away from here. She actually found a support group, and she was also able to bring some of the ladies from the support group over to Andy to make Andy's case even stronger with going after Dr. Cruz, because we're finding out that this is a pattern. It actually was like, it's a small world after all, because one of her classmates that she knew from college actually was another person that unfortunately lost her life, if I remember it correctly, in birth due to Dr. Cruz, and we found in all these different stories. So now we really have something to go on. And Andy was very adamant about wanting to pursue this case and wanting to make him pay. There was a point where, Karen was actually like, girl, like, I'm not ready for that. I ain't even trying to do that. That's not what's on my mind right now. But later she actually says, yeah, I think I am, willing to do this. And she brings other women in. So we kind of get to see, some growth with her. What I didn't like, child, with the Andy and Fatima, it was forced to me. It was forced and phony and fake. Like, yeah, friends go through it. We have miscommunication and things that, but it wasn't doing it for me, y'all. I felt like we was trying to make something out of nothing, out of no damn way, and for whatever reason, I just didn't think it was needed. We have these awkward moments with them. You see a little bit of jealousy coming from Andy because Fatima's doing the cases. You're seeing jealousy because Karen actually called Fatima because she felt like she wasn't the one that would judge her. And they proved her right, because when she came back around them, oh, why you did this? Why you doing that? And she's like, girl, that's why I didn't tell you about it to begin with. Even her talking to them and saying that she wanted to move away or was thinking about moving away, Danny and all of them is in their feelings. And I get you being in your feelings because your girlfriend is going to be moving away from you. But baby, she's moving away, okay? She ain't, thank God, she ain't gone to where you can't see her no more and you got to visit her at a daggone gravesite. She's just going to be in another city. So you can always go visit her in that city. She can still come visit you. We still got phones. We got more technology now than we had back in the days. There's other resources. So yeah, your feelings are valid, but also like you're trying to make her feel bad and say all these negative things about it and start arguments about it. And it just was like, child, that's why she want to get away from y'all in the first damn place, right? Then we also had Danny and Andy arguing back and forth, which I just was like, y'all really two sides of the same damn coin if we talking about it. Y'all both make crazy ass decisions when it comes to damn men. Y'all both jump into it. All of them be bringing the damn men back home, which absolutely irritates me. Like, none of these men got their own places. We can't go to no hotels. Like, what are we doing? So, that's the parts that aggravate me with them, right? Especially after the things we've seen them go through. Now, granted, I understood Danny being mad in terms of Gabby raggedy ass being there at the apartment, and we know that they could have lost their lives with stuff that Gary did. And also, like, not only could they have had their life taken away, but then they had to go through the whole police thing. They're being investigated. There was a potential for them to then get locked up and all of that, right? So that's not just your little average thing. So I could understand Danny's feelings as far as that part goes. But it just seemed like it was going so much deeper than that, and we was getting nasty every damn minute. And really, it wasn't like Andy was trying to get back with Gary finally. But also, speaking of Gary, I hated that. I hated that we were giving him this arc for him to go. He giving back Zach the money. He's going around on this damn apology tour. I did not need it. I don't feel that Gary deserved that. Gary asked deserve to be ran over again and 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 again. I don't know how many times I said I wanted them all to line up and take turns. Everybody take a stab, everybody take a shot, throw his ass out the window. Like, I didn't give a damn what y'all was gonna do with him. Burn him up, throw him down a damn hill, toss him in the trash, because that's where the hell he belonged. I did not like him being able to leave with his kids and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to live my best life. All of a sudden I got counseling in 2.5 seconds and I'm fixed and I know all my wrong ways. Huh? The way he terrorized every damn person in this town, if y'all don't get the hell up out of my face with that, I'm not. That was definitely one of the, moments and characters that I didn't like how they did them. Right? Then we all of a sudden have Andy Mama pop up when we haven't heard from her. And, child, 9 damn seasons, okay, and we knew it was gonna be something extra, but she comes in as if, oh, I heard what you went through. Like, ma'am, you ain't here all the other times. You ain't here when she was being terrorized, when she was being choked, when she was being strangled, when she was being thrown, when she almost got shot, when she went to jail. But now you want to pop up, okay? And then she comes in with this type of attitude with Fatima, but we find out that's just who she is. And of course, we find out that she's sick, but then you're like, I'm sick, but you don't get to say anything about it. You don't get to feel anything about it. I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and that's that on that. If I want to go over here and have a drink, that's what I'm going to do. We say that your auntie is coming to pick me up and I'm going back to her house and we going to church and all of this. But really, we over at the bar with Mr. Keys and we having a damn drink. And Mr. Keys is literally having sessions, not only with Zach, but now Zach gonna add damn Rich into it. And he talking about some damn, accountability and standing up and speaking the truth and treating your woman right. When he initially met Zach, like I mentioned, he was bonded with him on I lost a child, to cancer, and I get, how you feel with having this loss of the baby. Him and Karen had lost or whatever, and him talking about how he treat his wife and what he do with his wife. So now all of a sudden, which we all knew, we had a feeling it was going that way. It was like, okay, on one hand, it's good that Zach is getting like an older male's perspective or whatever have you, because he don't really have no friends and sisters land. He got friends in the team of land, and those friends ain't really about shit if we being honest. But there's that. And so it was like, okay, cool, you bringing in another somebody that he could kind of lean on and vent to. But we feeling like, there's something more here, right? It's not gonna just be somebody that he's just gonna be this cool dude that's that could vent to. And sure enough, now, oh, I think it's the time to tell him, I'll tell him when I can, not right now. And so you lose all credibility to me, Mr. Keys. Everything you said is basically bull crap to me. Like, some of that story may be true, all of it may be true, but the fact that you came in acting like you were just here, just so happened to be this man that if you want to shoulder the lean on me when times is hard, okay? And you really up here with some fugazi shit. It's like, and we know how Zach go off. We know how he don't like being lied to. So this is just gonna be something else that's gonna trigger him, which was, what Fatima was leaning towards in the first place. Like, she was skeptical from the beginning. Like, I don't know about that, Zach. When you bring new people around, things get funny. And then she overhears. Well, I don't think she necessarily overheard everything in detail from where she was at, but she knew definitely that this man was up to something. And she might have heard like the part of him saying, oh, don't, I'm not ready to tell him yet, or something along them lines. I don't think she really heard the whole daddy thing, but then she tries to come and, warn Zach, and he over here talking about some, oh, don't worry about it. And, don't nobody bring me no bad news. I don't want to hear about nothing that's negative right now. We have time, blah, whoopty whoopty do. And so I'm like laughing too at how we were saying like, oh, we need to have a barbecue and we need to have people over. We never have nobody over, and I was like, who the hell is these other damn people, child? We ain't never seen them a day before in our lives, and just laughing at knowing that everybody in James a team of land be knowing what's happening for team of live, and you can't stop them from coming to their house. Versus sisters, where we saying, we don't really be having people over. But anyway, of course, Andy's mom comes through, and her and Mr. Keys are now familiar with each other since he bought her the drink at the bar. And Andy trying to figure out how they know each other, and Fatima saying, "I don't know, but I know I don't trust that damn man." Of course, Andy, is not wanting her mom to be around him either, and then she's also concerned with her mother being sick. So that was pretty much what was going on with him. And then she goes in on Dr. Vaughn because, one of the women did say that Dr. Vaughn was actually co-signing, Dr. Cruz. And he's telling her, you really don't know the full story. And I believe him right now, unless they show me something different. I just feel like he probably was an intern. He probably really didn't have that much power. Shit, from what we know, he still didn't have that much power technically right now, right? He was telling them he can't be involved in certain aspects of it. And Dr. Cruz was even threatening him once, Karen did say that she wanted him to be the doctor and signed it over to him because of Cruz having the seniority. So I feel like once they investigated a little bit more, and if she ever finally has a conversation with him, that more than likely she's going to find out about that part, right? And I actually was kind of proud of Andy that she stuck to her guns and, went ahead with this case and proved her point. Because I didn't think she was going to prove it at first. I was like, girl, they told you to leave this damn, case alone. So when Benson was like, yo, my wife wouldn't like this and I didn't know these things, and they was able to break down their different experiences and say, this is what's happening to us black women. I loved all of that part. And now we can actually get somewhere. I hated how Hayden, okay, was such a suck up and was letting them be disrespected, but that's Hayden. I can't really say I'm shocked by that. Danny, I did not like the whole thing with her and Tony, okay. He's staying in your house. He's trashing your house. He's not doing nothing but laying on the damn bed every day. We go from him being a higher up in the airport, offering her a position with his airline, getting her into this training program that she didn't ask to be in, causing her to end up, having this lawsuit because they was trying to fire her because y'all was being inappropriate on the job, and y'all know y'all didn't have no damn business being inappropriate. So you having the choice of either you being let go from there or moving to Alaska, and you choosing to stay there without a damn job because you want to keep this relationship with Danny and you don't want to be long distance, but then you don't do nothing and you say, oh, I got these savings, don't worry about it, and I'm gonna rent out my house and just move into your little apartment, okay? And I want to bring my kids over here, and I'm talking about it's more than enough room when me and you are literally bumping into each other. We ain't even got no space. Child, you big, I'm big. Like we could barely. What are we talking about here? But we gonna bring two kids over too, and knowing that your damn kids be robbing and stealing and thieving just like you. I guess they got it from you. At least you got a damn gambling addiction. What's safe? He's like, no, sorry, we not about to do that. Okay, and Danny pretty much kicked him out. It was like, yeah, I ain't got this to do. I got, family members that's had, gambling addictions. I know what that looks like. And of course we could say that and we could still have feelings when we care about somebody, whether they're addicted to drugs. We know it's different type of addictions, right? Alcohol, gambling, whatever have you. That doesn't mean that your feelings automatically turn off with a person, but we literally see her, take the keys from him get kicked out. Allegedly, he put the money back for a minute there. We thinking he might have stole the money, more money, right? But then Sabrina has to remind her, like, Danny, you actually changed the accounts. I said, girl, how the hell you forget that, right? And I guess the thing you did. And so we're thinking that their relationship is over, that's done. However, comma, Zanny, you and this damn cop girl. I'm like, no, don't fall for the okey doke. This cop to me, y'all, is so raggedy. And I was already like, he's going to be the worst of them all. Like, we ain't seen nothing yet because we know that he has the power and authority as far as him being in the police force. And he's going to abuse that. He's been abusing it for a long time. You can't tell me he hasn't. He's very comfortable with it, right? The fact that he went to Andy and then went to her too. And I kept waiting for Andy to recognize him that night that they were out. and she didn't seem to because her and damn Sabrina was so tore up off these drinks and gummies and everything else. But we have this moment before she walks to her car and that blows up where she actually says to Danny, girl, I got something to tell you as far as, Mr. Officer. I hope you ain't mess with him. And Danny, like, it's a little too late. And we have Tony walk in and them have this fight. Child, I don't know who did the choreography on that damn fight. I said, what is happening here, right? But how did Tony even get to feel that comfortable to walk back in? And at the end of the day, Tony didn't see them have sex, right? He could have just been there, to be honest, but you. It didn't have to be that it was, even though we know that it was. But they have this whole big fight, and now she's apologizing to Tony and feeling bad and saying she made this mistake. Officer want to talk about we did it over and over and over, and we could do it over again. He didn't even want to get the hell out of her house, and even when she's like, yo, we did use protection because I don't want to have no damn kids and all of that. He over here, making it seem like, oh, well, we can. He said, no, but no matter how drunk you was, you really was adamant about, making sure that I use protection. But if Danny was out of it like that, I don't even know if I trust that he used it. I don't trust anything about that man. And unfortunately, Andy never got to tell her whatever she wanted to tell her because, of course, when she go, her alarm is going off. Next thing you know is a damn explosion. Child, who y'all think did this bomb? Who y'all think did this damn bomb? I feel like it could be so Gary Raggedy ass around. I don't know if they would have him come back and do that. I definitely feel like it could be Dr. Dan Cruz. Like, what other enemies does Andy really have right now at this point, right? And of course, that fight with Penelope and was hilarious because I was like, girl, why are you here? Why are y'all in the damn bathroom together? Why are you stalking me? Why are you so bothered by Andy and everything that she does? And you are talking about you've been with what the hell is his name? I can't think of his name right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about, which I don't believe her on. Okay, I don't think that's true at all. Robin. I feel like she was making that up. Robin didn't even want to be bothered with her child. Bye. And we don't want to be bothered with you either. We really don't need to see this lady no more. Um some people was even saying that as far as Sabrina, that could have been Zamani, girlfriend that was coming crashing into her because, of course, Fatima had helped her out with that situation and came through. And Zamani didn't want that smoke, and he was basically like, listen, I'm going to sign whatever I need to sign. You could just go ahead and, have that. So, I don't know. I guess my question overall is, do y'all think this is the end? I feel like Sister Season 10 could be the end for me. I don't think we need any more seasons. I think Sister has had, its run, and Tyler has a pattern when he's ending shows of taking everybody out. And I hope he doesn't do that either. Like, I don't need to see that. There's other things you could do, Tyler. You can have people move away. You can have people get different jobs and different changes in their lives. Maybe one person is unalive, yeah, because that does happen in life too, and we can see the grief and the sisterhood, us having to come together and support each other, but definitely not everybody. Like, please, let's not do that. Okay. Is this the end? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. Is this the end? Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, I guess that's my biggest question. But overall, season 9 wasn't the worst. It was just certain parts of it that I wasn't crazy about. Of course, we all have different opinions. I see people that absolutely did not like, the first half was complaining about the grieving and stuff taking so long, was saying, oh, get over it. But it's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Then there was some people, which is hilarious to me. You wanted new writers, right? But then when the new writers come in, you're like, no, bring back Tyler. We don't need these other writers. I do know, I can't think of his last name. I believe his first name is Courtney, will be writing season 10. And he wrote season 4 of the team. I want to say I may be incorrect on the season, but he's done writing on the team. So we may be cooking with something here, right? We may be cooking with some hot grease, as my dad used to say. We shall see. So, but y'all put it in the comments. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about season 9 overall, or the second half of the season. And what you are expecting for season 10, child, because of course we back in 2.5 seconds. Tyler ain't gonna give you no long break. We right back this coming up week with Sisters, child. And so we shall see what season 10 is gonna bring, what this damn cop is gonna be doing. I don't think Andy got to get inside the car. I think she may have gotten hurt and made some type of blowback from the explosion. And You know, it looks like Danny has on something completely different, but everybody else has on the same thing, and it looks like Tony is there with her as far as the preview that they were showing. So I guess we're all going to be focused on Andy in that situation, and then we're probably going to find out about Sabrina too and be like, you got to be damn kidding me, you know. So yeah, that's the only thing I could think of right now off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff, but like I said, I just wanted to give some quick overall thoughts and have some type of discussion about it. And we will be back season 10 on Wednesdays. You know, me, Monique, 69 Ways, Candy Love, shout out to them. We will have our live discussions and I'll pop in every so often and give y'all some of my thoughts on how the season, you know, goes on. Also, Tuesdays is the Oval Child. If you watch that one, baby, we laughed so daggone hard and had a hilarious time. I'm also going to do overall thoughts on the Oval, Bel Air, and Family Business. So if y'all watch any of those, check that out. Tomorrow night, I believe I will be with Inga Mucci, the panel, talking about the last episode of Mayor Kingstown, honey. That was a doozy. And I will have my self-care Saturday and what you should be watching this Saturday coming. So that's what I got for now. Shout out to all of you that have been rocking with me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking in there with me. And shout out to all of the new subscribers. Glad to have y'all checking in the den. So next time, y'all, tune Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Power to the people, okay? She's feeling like I'm about to